Despite him, that's the most important part. That's what I'm trying to get at, okay? Despite being black, he supports a policy agenda intent on upholding and perpetuating white supremacy. His name being in the mix is not progress, it's pathetic. Now, I have no idea how this is racist. All right, thank you for watching Power to the Pod, where we are committed to an intellectual integrity and a moral honesty. In today's video, I want to get this point as clear as possible. Sometimes when you're trying to talk about important issues or have those important conversations, sometimes social media is not the best place to do it, because on Twitter, you only got so many characters that you can try to get your idea out there into these social platforms. And when reading things, a lot of things can be taken out of context easily. Even when you're texting someone and you're using all caps, or you're trying to relay an information, and if the person reading it is in some sort of mood, or they don't know your tone behind the text message, they could take it in any other way. This right here that we're about to watch is a prime example.
Today, I'm rising to nominate Byron Donalds for Speaker of the House of Representatives. Byron is a dear friend, a solid conservative, but most importantly, a family man. Now, here we are, and for the first time in history, there have been 2 Black Americans placed into the nomination for Speaker of the House.
Nearly everyone gave Texas Congressman-elect Chip Roy a standing ovation after he nominated Representative-elect Byron Donalds of Florida for Speaker of the House. It was the first time, as he mentioned, that 2 black men had been nominated for Speaker, with Democrats also nominating Hakeem Jeffries. Someone didn't care for the history-making moment. Liberal Squad member Cori Bush tweeted, "Despite being black, Donald supports a policy agenda intent on upholding and perpetuating white supremacy. His name being in the mix is not progress, it's pathetic." Donalds fired back. For what it's worth, nobody asked Cori Bush for her opinion on the matter. Before you judge my agenda, let's have a debate over the policies and the outcomes. Until then, don't be a crab in a barrel. Will Cain, Fox and Friends Weekend co-host. What would you say to Cori Bush right now?
I don't know that I could say you are a racist, but I can certainly say that was racist. I don't want to leap to a full indictment of one's character, but I can certainly leap to the indictment of a statement. And there's nothing more clearly racist to me than telling a person that you're not allowed to be an individual, that you must be assigned, in this case, the most precious of things, your individual thoughts, to a category dictated by the color of your skin, Harris. You know, in the civil rights movement, there was a sign, and I love this sign. I think it really encapsulates, I think, the aspiration of the United States of America. And that civil rights sign read, "I am a man."
I am a man.
That sign suggests I'm an individual. I'm capable of my own hopes, my own dreams, my own faith, my own thoughts. Cori Bush robs Byron Donalds of that freedom, of that aspiration.
Really?
By saying, because you've endeavored to indulge your individual thoughts, you're not black. You are not a man. To me, that makes Cori Bush's statement, at the very least, racist.
Okay. Wow. I must have missed something here. Let's go back. Maybe I was reading too fast. Maybe it's my poor high school education that just missed some words or something. I don't know. But let's go ahead and read this together, okay? Says, is not a historic candidate for speaker. Byron Donalds, okay? He is a prop, okay? He's not a historic candidate for speaker. He's a prop. Okay, I get that. Despite being black, that means, taking out. Despite him being black, despite him, that's the most important part. That's what I'm trying to get at, okay? Despite being black, he supports a policy agenda intent on upholding and perpetuating white supremacy. His name being in the mix is not progress, it's pathetic. Now, I have no idea how this is racist. I wish Miss Cori Bush would have expounded on this a little deeper. I don't know. I don't really dwell on Twitter. Maybe she did later on when this caught wind. But if you're being honest and you're reading this with good faith, you wouldn't take this as racist. Despite being black, I think it's probably one of the most important things. She's taking out his color, literally at the beginning of this conversation, and pointing out his agenda and what he represents. She's not talking about his qualifications, if he's qualified or what school he went to. No, she's not attacking him for that. She's not attacking on his color. She's simply saying his agenda and his policies that he stands behind is kind of rooted in being upheld, which is white supremacy. That's a conversational starter. And I wish she would have gave some detail, but she didn't. At least not that I've seen. It feels like identity politics is important in some conversations. But to me, just like when Joe Biden, I forget her name right off the Miss Jackson. Yeah, the first Supreme Court black woman. To me, even that, I mean, is she qualified? Of course. Could she do the job? Without no question. But it felt like even when Joe Biden blatantly said like, hey, I'm doing this because this is going to be the first black woman, even that is doing too much. I don't want somebody in there just because they're going to be the first black something. Now, is it cool? Of course. But like, come on, if the person is qualified, do not even put that into the conversation. Because of course, people on the right, when Joe Biden said that was the first thing they said. Now, when the Republicans do it and say, "Hey, and this is the first time we too black," and then when someone calls that out, they say that's racist. This is probably grandstanding at its best. If anything has ever matched a definition, it is these kind of moments. If the person is qualified, let them run for it. If you disagree with them running or being nominated to whatever position, attack them with against their policies and what they stand for. And to me, Cori Bush did just that. She said, despite him being black, what other can she say about this statement? He supports a policy agenda. And obviously she disagrees with that. So to me, this whole grandstanding thing, it doesn't look good for the left. It doesn't look good for the right. Let someone be qualified for it and let people disagree based on what they believe in, whatever agenda or policies they want to push. Let them have the debate about that. And for Miss Cori Bush, maybe make a video being more detailed and more explanation on what you mean, because people are going to take your tweets, your comments out of context and use it to weaponize against you. That's it.
Thank you for listening, and don't forget to join the conversation by subscribing. Make sure to tune in next time, and like always, power to you, power to me, power to the people, power to the pod.